It's Week 9 of the NFL, and we've got the Black Knights leader at quarterback. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Black Knights and the Browns, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Cleveland Browns and the London Black Knights. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention. They'll come out throwing here on first down.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. Yeah. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 19 and a first down. Plays like that will really help this offense settle in here on the road.
And when you go on the road, you also have to deal with the fans as well. And when you have those types of runs, that'll settle them back into their seats.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll buy some time right, and he wisely will throw that one away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is set away. Pulled in at the 24. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And that will come the offense as they take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a peek at the man under center. He has 5 full years in the league under his belt, now in year number 6.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. It's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll drop that underneath to Etienne. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That one a first down pickup of 8.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out in the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Hayes. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 40. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
They'll look to throw again. Completes this one to Pickens. And they'll work this down inside the 30. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early in the first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of carries, 75 yards and a touchdown.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because you know those big guys up front are doing work. But now, they'll go touchdown!
A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Black Knights will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
No problem there on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Defense.
So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge.
A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 11 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
And I know that last week's game is over, but this feels almost like a continuation of what he did in the previous game. It's almost as if in his mind, he knitted together the 2 weeks with no break. He's off to a nice start here.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Room here to run. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They run it again with Chubb, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. 35 yards. And the Browns are an extra point away from evening this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go. We've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They go play action here on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Again, he'll drop to throw. ETN bringing in another one. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Back to throw again. He'll get that underneath ETN. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
A 7-yard pickup brings up
2nd and 3. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the play ball, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Second and 5. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now, and it's London with the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jamar Chase from 8 yards out. And the Black Knights have moved out in front. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 6. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he goes out of bounds after a solid return to the 45. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. As this offense comes. Been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. On play action, they'll throw. That escapes the sand. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Completion good for 14 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
And this one is right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. That's really been a blistering start to the season for him so far. He's on pace to blow past 1,000 yards. The good receivers, it's interesting, though. You put extra coverage on them, they probably view that as a challenge. All right, I'm going to go after this. You put one guy on them, then they feel disrespected, and they want it to. So how do you cover it?
You're exactly right. That's an insult, right? Especially the year that he's having. But I just have to go ahead and I'm not going to insult him. I'm going to respect him. I'm sending as many people as possible. But one of the reasons he's having this type of a start is despite that type of coverage, he finds a way to what we call uncover late. Ball's thrown, even though there's coverage there, he's the one who can go up and come down with it, finds a way to get to the football.
And the offensive line has given them time in the pocket to have that uncovering late. And this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience,
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
It's good, and it's 21-10. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland.
And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now back to throw. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
They'll look to throw here on first down. His throw incomplete. Wan'Dale Robinson, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's got this to Pickens. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That goes for a gain of 31.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Black Knights are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and it finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sand. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
Yeah, the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything, as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise.
Take it at the 37.
A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return.
And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
A nice little juke.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 16 more on that one and another 1st down.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne.
Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll drop to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
This is taken at the 18.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there? You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
2nd and 4.
And he slings one that's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll drop to throw.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll look to throw again.
Got an open man. It's Pickens. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Finding Pickens for another catch. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. They'll tick by in this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
And he returns this to the 22. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll set up to throw.
They'll drop that underneath to ETN.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one goes for 30 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll drop this one off with ETN. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
ETN up the middle. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. On play action, they'll throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Hayes, and he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. CD, with that last pass, he joined a group of about 50 other men that are over 30,000 career passing yards. So, look, he's not at the top, but that's pretty good company.
Yeah, it's not the most exclusive fraternity in the NFL, but it's a pretty good one, isn't it? You still have to put some numbers up in order to get in, okay? The secret knock is still there. How about him getting it done? Proud of it.
They'll run with ETN. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Once more ETN. And this time he'll run into a wall right at the 4-yard line. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw here. Touchdown! Devontae Smith, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Black Knights take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the 1st half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. Chubb will get the call running left. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The Browns send out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Nice move. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. London about set to take over on offense. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Back to throw again. Open man is Chase, complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the 1st down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Black Knights have opened the lead up to 30. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drives 7 plays in length. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Here's a 2nd and 7. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The offense coming back out here, plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Here's 2nd and 8. He finds his man complete. That's Hayes. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. He'll look to throw.
Able to find his man. It's Pickens.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
Now those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the 4th quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a 2nd defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Second and 3. And he fires one that's intercepted. Past the 20.
Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. He'll drop to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Well, I wish this staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the 4th quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I get the backups in there if it were me.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and forever. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant.
And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season?
those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season. When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. On second down, Etienne once more. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be fourth down. And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. Cleveland offense making their way out. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula's not working. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. Now Etienne to start the drive. But he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down, Etienne once more.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. And they'll go again with Etienne. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. A shotgun snap and again to Etienne.
And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. So they bring out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by J.C. Horn.
And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Here's a give to Etienne.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
They'll run with Etienne.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
73 yards rushing now as he's done it on 22 carries. A handoff for Etienne.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the time.